we died. Alright, never mind. Hello, this is Min from Meow Royale Art, a kitty-focused artist-owned brand, and today we are going to my favorite convention all year, Magfest. I'm so excited to do this convention again. It is one of my favorite conventions since I am a local to the area, so I've been attending Magfest for quite some time. I'm very surprised I got in again for this year. It's a pretty competitive con. But today we are going to go and set up at the Gaylord in National Harbor. But right now, I'm still just like prepping some stuff. But we have David 3D printing. Hello. 3D printing some magnetic pin backs. So let me show you how those work. David 3D prints all the little backings and then puts a magnet. And then he'll run the 3D printer again. So it encloses the magnet in the backing. So the magnet is like guaranteed to not fall out, and you basically don't have to like glue it in or anything.
It's sticking there forever.
Yeah. So like a common thing that I hear from people like when they buy pins is, oh my god, I don't know where to put it. But so I've seen these on like Amazon, and other people have their like own 3D printed versions of these. Sorry about my fingers. They're like covered in like printer ink because I was trying to refill the printer and then they got stained, so don't look at them. But so these pin backings go on the back of your pin posts and just turn them into magnets. So I'm still figuring out how to display them, but hey, they're pretty good. This is just like a kitchen bench scraper, but it's kind of perfect because there's a little lip so I can hang it from the grid cube, and I'm just gonna have like the display information next to it. But I'll be debuting these at Magfest and some other stuff. I am a procrastinator though, and I made quite a few new designs for Magfest, but they didn't come in time since I did consider the holidays, but I didn't consider them enough, and they're not going to come in on time, which I'm sad about, but it's okay. That's my own fault for dilly-dallying. But we are gonna go set up soon, and I'm super excited because the Gaylord is just a really beautiful venue and it's close to home, so I get to just go home and sleep in my bed and then go to the con. This is like the Baltimore specialty. It's hip hop fish and chicken. Yeah! It's like so good if you've never had it. But I got chicken tenders and catfish. And then you got catfish and chicken wings. But, oh, whiting, yeah. But there's like this dust on it, the seasoning. It's like crack. It's so good. But it's nearby the Gaylord, so if you have a car, I definitely recommend like picking it up. But we're here, but we're so hungry, so we gotta eat now. Entire backdrop at home, but that's okay because I'll just go home and get it. Yay for being local. So we got the bunny photo cards and the cat photo cards. I'm using a new picture of Ghost Pepper for this one. And then before I had like a random picture that I just got off the internet of like a random bunny because I wanted people to use them for like their pets because I think it's most suitable. And then people kept asking like, oh, is this your bunny? Is this your bunny? And I was like, no. So now we just have the actual bunny photo card. Here are the magnetic pin backings, so you can see they're just like 3D printed around a magnet. They're not focusing very well, but this is like the bench scraper, and then we got the magnet here to display them. Hopefully I could sell a few. They're mostly just like an add-on, just like a different option for a pin backing, right? I think some people, they just like run out of places to put their pins, so maybe having them on their fridge as a magnet is a nice option for them. But I'm coming in early tomorrow to finish it. I still have to finish setting up, so I'm here a bit early. But I'm gonna set up my backdrop, put up my shirts and big prints there. I gotta put some price signs up, but I'm so excited, bro. I love Magfest. But yeah, let's get that done. The hall opens at 2 and it's currently like 1, so I got plenty of time. So everything's set up. It took a while because trying to fit everything into 6 feet is kind of a task. You have to like align everything just right so everything fits. But we have my little fuzzy cats and the sign is looking good. I have a discount charm bin. So the thing about this table is really fat. Like you could fit like 3 grids on here if you really wanted to. I feel like most conventions, like the tables are really skinny, but this one's like, we got a little extra real estate. So I put some of my discount charms here. These are just like some like of the Sanrio bottle designs. I just want to like get rid of them. I have a lot more. Carabiners, I dilly-dally too hard. This shirt is very fitting for me, but I dilly-dally too hard and I was being greedy actually. I was trying to finish so many designs for Magfest that they didn't come in time. They might come, they're on their way. So they might come by like Friday or Sunday, so that would be really nice. But for now, they're not here. I have like a new seal carabiner design I wanted to have, and then a koi fish photo card design. The seals might come in, but the koi fish definitely probably will not come in. And then I also was too greedy with my sun catchers. I made 2 new sun catcher designs, but they're not here yet either. So if they come in, I'll show them. But I put a shirt here so people can like touch it if they want. Since there's like a lot of extra space. And then here's a new Taiko sticker to go with all the other rhythm games. And then there's also, I made a My one. I'm kind of not really happy with like how the colors came out. I might redo them, but I think they're good enough for now. And I'm not really sure about the glitter. I might not do the glitter again. It looked better in my head. Yeah, for now we are set up. We're gonna open in like 2 minutes. I like barely finished in time. What do you have, David?
Asada taco.
Asada taco. So I don't know what's going on, but there's essentially, we're supposed to open at 2. It's 2:30. They're still like holding people outside. Like there's a huge line of people outside. I think they've delayed opening of the marketplace because last year I remember we opened at 2 and I started making sales at 2. So I think something's going on, but I don't really know. But hopefully we open soon, or they start letting people in soon. But I don't know. I'm just taking the time to eat my food. I have this California style burrito, and what the California style burrito entails is like avocado and French fries. It's actually delicious. It's like how, you know, breakfast burritos have potatoes in them, and I just love potatoes, you know. But I ate half of that. I'll eat the other half later. David on stamping duty.
Per usual.
I finally got a new ink pad. It was like faded for a while, so these are some clean stamps. But one thing I love about Magfest is they give you free Wi-Fi, which is so rare these days. I feel like every con is trying to like nickel and dime you for everything. Like CostCon's in the same venue as Magfest, but I think they charge like $400 for internet, which is, you know. And the signal in this building is bad. I don't know why. It's just because there's so many people in here. But super grateful for that. I love Magfest, even though they're running late. Whatever. So a little bit about Magfest. This year it's happening January 8th through 12th. And it's a 4-day convention. So it starts on Thursday, ends on Sunday. The crazy thing about Magfest is it's 24 hours. So there's activities to do 24 hours. The marketplace is technically open 24 hours. So even when you close up shop, people are still going to be walking around. You could open your shop for 24 hours if you really like. I wouldn't recommend that though, since you gotta take care of your health, bro. But who am I to stop you? It's held in National Harbor, Maryland. So it's the DMV area, right next to DC. It's the same venue as KatsuCon, which is the Gaylord. So the Gaylord is known for being just like a really pretty venue, but it's a really popular convention. It literally sold out back in November or something, and the con is in January. So it completely sold out like 2 months early, which is like crazy. It's never done that before, so I think it's just getting more and more popular. Again, Magfest has always been one of my favorite shows. The vibe here is just great. There's so much to do. Like, my favorite part is the indie arcade, where indie game developers show off their like arcade games. And it's just really fun since, you know, it has that indie charm, right? But of course, there's also your classic Japanese arcade games too. Plenty of rhythm games, pinball games. If you love gaming, this is like the convention for you. But the other part of Magfest, it is music and gaming fest. So there's plenty of music around. They have these little places called jam pods where people can sign up and do performances, which I really love. So there's always something to see and do just walking around the whole convention, and I just really love that about this con. So the hall is finally open. You can see there's people. They're mostly like dispersing around, but there's finally people. It opened around 2:40, so it opened like 40 minutes late, which it is what it is. I'm sure they had their reasons, but I've already made one blunder. I don't have sizes large and XL for the Dilly Dally Club shirt, and someone came up, they're like, can I get a large? And I was like, looking down there, I was like, I don't have any larges. I think they might be at home. I think I might have some at home, but I don't know. But sad. A missed sale. We're already making some sales, so that's really nice, but a bit of a stressful start. But I have everything organized back here, all the pins and photo card holders, and then all the extra keychains and bottle openers and carabiners. I only have like a few of the bunny carabiners. Hopefully my shipment will come in time, but we'll see. Black cats.
And I had your little bottle opener.
Oh yeah!
I got confiscated at a concert though. It was
Oh
so
no!
tragic.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like a weapon.
I know, I didn't even think about it.
Wahoo!
So it's about 2 hours since we've opened, and I think I pretty much made back like all my expenses, which was literally just table and parking since I am local. So very happy about that. It is so busy. It is so busy for a Thursday. Like, it's crazy how many people here are here at 4 p.m. on a Thursday. But Magfest is just one of those cons where people take work off for the whole convention because they're just that excited. They love Magfest that much, you know? But there's so many people here, and it's a little overwhelming because it just is so kind of crammed here because the aisles are quite small. But the sad thing is, like, with Magfest, I attended Magfest before I even started doing Artist Alley, and it was always one of my favorite conventions. But because now I'm doing Artist Alley and I'm working the whole convention, I can't experience Magfest as an attendee anymore. So that's kind of sad, but like definitely there's times where I could leave my booth, go play some rhythm games since the gaming hall is right next to the marketplace. All the halls are connected. So the indie gaming, the arcade, the marketplace, they're all connected in the back, but they're separated by walls. So you can go in and out of each one very easily. And because I'm local, I do have friends who can help me with my booth, so we can definitely take shifts and I'll pay them back with my love and affection. But so far things are going well. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay today. We'll definitely see what the vibes are, but you know, I'm gonna stay open as long as there's people here and I'm not dying. Scan your badge and meet your magfish. So, let's see. Oh, they make you come back and feed your fish or else it will die. Let's see your fish, David. A salt Trevor. It's quiet. Its nature is quiet, David. It's literally David. And now we gotta come back and feed our fish. We gotta be the biggest fish in the sea. We got this cute little koi plush from Your Illusions Crafts. So cute. It's so hard to pick out of all these koi, but we picked this one. Yay! So since this con is 24 hours, there's not really set hours that you need to be here. They just tell you in like, the marketplace just tells you to be open for at least 8 hours a day. So you can decide on what 8 hours you would like to be open. You could be open for longer. We've been here since 2, and right now it's 9:30. I think we might close at maybe like 10:30 or something, but we'll see. If there's still customers, you know, I'm still here. Right now it's 9:30 and there's still like plenty of people walking around. Honestly, you could stay open till midnight and still be making sales. I think the thing about Magfest, it is kind of a party con. The demographic is definitely older, so like last year I was open a little bit late. I didn't stay open like past midnight or anything, but the drunk sales are real. People love just buying stuff and drinking at this convention, man. But you know, since Magfest is such a fun con, like I do recommend if you get in, like go enjoy the con, you know? Take some breaks. You don't have to vend for 8 hours straight. You could do 4 hours, take a lunch break, put your tablecloth up or whatever, and then come back. I see plenty of people do that, especially helpful if you're solo. But this is definitely a con that I'm really glad to have help with. My friends are very willing to help me with this con, so I'm really grateful. We can like take shifts and stuff. But I do like to be at my table the majority of the time. Since I am the artist, I gotta take responsibility for my work, you know. But so far, sales have been pretty good. I've beat last year's Thursday sales just by a little bit, which I'm really happy about, because if I make as much as I made last year, I'm chilling. But I do have a little crazy person goal in mind. I'm not gonna say it out loud to jinx myself, but if we hit it, I'll be really happy. If I don't, then it's fine. I'm having a good time regardless. I thought I would be more tired. Like, it's almost 10 p.m., but I'm chilling. I don't know. I am getting a little hungry, so maybe we'll leave when we want to eat. How are you feeling, David?
I'm chilling.
You want to wear your crown?
I'm having a great time.
Yay! Your big head setting.
Got a big head.
You have a big head. We have closed at 10 p.m. We have to feed our fish. I guess they don't die. Maybe they do die. I don't know. Kneel to face and touch both hands. Okay. Pinball. Now play the mousing around. That one's me, that was you.
I'm the mouse.
You're the mouse. Start. I love all the flashing lights. It tickles my brain. Ooh, ooh.
That's pretty bad.
This game. This one sucks. Are you ready? Are you ready to play Pump, David? You're selling all those Pump It Up pins and you've never played Pump?
I'm ready as I can be.
You want to pick a song? We died. Alright, never mind. So we went around, played some games. It's like, what time is it?
11:19.
It's 11:19. And you can see some people are still open. Some people are still selling. Maybe we should reopen. We gotta reopen the book. Nah, that's okay. We gotta get some rest, but you know, yeah, you can set your hours to anything and you probably still make sales. It's up to you to decide whether you think it's worth it or not. But we're gonna head home and get some rest, and come back and sell more tomorrow. Honestly, opening late, gamers, they're not the type to wake up early, so maybe it's better to sell late and come late. Yeah, I feel like gamers are the type to sleep in, so we're probably gonna come back around 11. I think 10 is probably a little too early, but. Wow. Good morning, gamers. We're here for day 2 of Magfest. Magfest is a 4-day convention, so it is currently Friday. So again, Magfest, you can set your own hours. Most people, I'd say, come in around 10 to 12. We showed up at 11, and literally the moment I took down the little curtain, people are already like looking at my booth and stuff. So honestly, you could come in earlier and you probably make a bit more sales, but I gotta get my sleep. And there was a decent amount of people in the hall around 11 when I showed up, but honestly, it's really up to you when you want to open. You gotta take care of yourself, Yeah, it was busy right from the start. It's kind of crazy, at other conventions, 3-day conventions, Friday is normally kind of a really slow day, but I would say every day of Magfest is gonna be busy, with Thursday being the least busy day, but it was still pretty busy. Today I got the Snoopy headband. I'm also wearing my Snoopy onesie. You can see the little ears. David is Big Bunny. I need to find some more easy cosplays I can do at the booth, because I feel like it's always fun to dress up while you're at the booth, but I just want to be comfortable while I'm working at the booth. So I'm trying to think of some easy cosplays I can do. We spent a lot of time yesterday at night goofing off, playing games, walking around. I'm not sure how long we're going to stay today, but maybe till 10, see what the vibes are. The nice thing about being local is that I can go home, get more stuff, restock, and also my shipment of new sun catchers hopefully is coming in today or tomorrow. I think today. So maybe one of us can go back to my house and pick it up so we can have it for today, and also pick up food. The perks of being local, honestly. It's gonna be David. But yeah, super excited how today's gonna go. It's currently 1:30. It's already busier than yesterday. I think the biggest blunder I have right now though is that because I'm hand making all the shirts, I just don't have a lot of stock of certain sizes. So the most popular design at this convention is the Dilly Dally Club shirt, which is surprising because normally I think Down to Clown is more popular, but I'm sold out already of 3 sizes of the Dilly Dally Club shirt. So I think in the future, to be honest, I think I don't want to hand screen print all of them. It's just a lot of work, and I'm moving, so I don't think I'll have the space to do it anymore. So we'll see. I think I want to redo the design and have someone else manufacture it, because I just don't think I'll have the space to do it anymore since I'm moving, but we will see. Our table, our restaurant. Wear your uniform. It's hot. You gotta attract the customers. Okay, they're all gonna come now. They're all coming now. So we're almost near the end of day 2. Sold out of the fern, but I'll definitely bring more of all of these tomorrow. I just didn't really anticipate how much I would sell per day, to be honest, even though this happened last year, but whatever. I'm just gonna bring more tomorrow. Fern, more meow noodles, more barbecue, and definitely more sun catchers. It's been pretty good. We beat out last year's Friday sales, which I'm really happy about. The most common question at Magfest would be, what do you do with your stock when you're not vending? Since it's 24 hours, like people are walking around the hall like constantly, even till like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever, right? It's really up to you. Some people just like pack everything up, they put it all under their table and they're cool with that. And some people pack all their stuff up and take it back to your hotel. It's just really like how comfortable you are with things, you know. I would say Magfest's crowd is very respectful, but you know, you never know with people, right? Especially if you sell like handmade things that you don't want, that you put a lot of work into and you definitely don't want stolen. I'd definitely like probably take those back to your hotel when you're not at your table, but it's truly up to you. Around 9 o'clock, there's definitely a big lull around like 7 and 8, and then it's kind of like picking back up. So people definitely took their dinner breaks or seeing what's going on the main stage and that kind of thing, but there's never like no people in here. There's always at least like a few people coming around. There's always a few sales, so you know, it's really up to you when you want to stay open. Some people definitely just need to take dinner breaks, especially if you're solo. They just put a sheet over their stuff and they go and get food and they come back and it's chill. You know, me and David and my other friend have been like switching off, so that's been really helpful. I've been taking breaks by go playing games with like some of my other friends who are here. But yeah, things have been going pretty well. I'm tired though. And tomorrow we have another long day ahead of us. So Magfest is definitely a marathon, not a race. But I'm gonna go take a break and play some games. So at the end of each day, I try to make a list of like everything I need to restock. And today, it's kind of a lot. But I have to double check. Like, this used to be so... Oh, now it's like scraps, bro. Another thing about Magfest is they don't tell you where you're going to be in the convention hall, like when you, until you get there. So like when we got here, I saw that we got a corner table, which is like kind of bad because you're essentially sharing the space with another artist because your corners are like touching. So if you have a backdrop, it kind of makes it difficult because you're kind of in, like your butts will be touching imaginarily, like if you could imagine. And my table neighbor, they do have a backdrop, but we were able to like work out some space. They're super nice though, but it's just something to keep in mind if you ever want to do Magfest, that like you never know what kind of table you're gonna get. So that's why I really like these table clamp displays, because essentially you don't need to be at the whims of like where your table is to use them for the backdrop. So I have all the stuff on top. It can work for like any, because sometimes you get tables, just in general, they have like no space behind you. And having a backdrop is like really cumbersome. So I really like having these table clamp setups. I have this one that I use linked in my bio. Everything that I use for my artist alley display, I have linked in my bio. So if you want to check it out. But yeah, I like this one because it's collapsible, so you can like screw it and like bring it up, and I can also do it by myself too, but it does help having someone else to help you with. But I did do an art trade with my lovely neighbor. I think this one's so cute because they have the little black kitty and all the plushies, but this one's from Haley Mortensen. Ah, I love it so much. Thank you. But I think it's almost time to shut it down. Maybe I'll give it like 30 more minutes. It's 9:30. Oh my god, we've been here forever. But that's the reality of Magfest. Two more days to go. It's like so foggy out. Oh my god. it's just been very hectic. Um, the moment I got to my booth, people were buying things. I didn't really have very much time to just like sit down and vlog yet. I wrote down everything that I needed last night, and then I brought it to the con, but then when I looked, really I needed some more stuff, and David went back home and restocked a bunch of stuff for me, which I'm really appreciative about. Finally, my new items came in, so let me show them to you. So my seal carabiner came in, and 2 new sun catcher designs came in. So I have a Kiki's delivery service one, and then a little koi fish pond with a little fat orange cat. And I'm glad they came in at least by Saturday, because I already sold a few of the new sun catcher designs, so I'm really glad for that. But yeah, today's been pretty long. This morning I got to see the Magfest community orchestra for a little bit, which was really cool. And I have been able to take some breaks and then play some games, which was really nice. A lot of my friends are here since I'm local, so I got to talk to a lot of my friends and say hello. But I've been pretty much trapped in the booth for a while, but that's okay. It's what I signed up for. It's gonna be cash or card? Yeah, no problem. So 1 sticker, which will be $4.24. You can tap down there whenever you're ready. So Magfest has this thing called Mag Points, where essentially you can play tournaments, you can play challenges, you can do like other activities to earn them, but they essentially work like cash, like poker chips in a casino. So you can earn these little points, and you can spend them in Artist Alley, and as a vendor, you can exchange them for money if people spend them at your booth. So I got a few actually. So they're really cool actually. A lot of people just like keep them as souvenirs because they're literally like clay chips. They're pretty cool. But this one is 20 points. I wonder what the person did to earn this, because you gotta like really work hard for 20 M points. But this is really cool. This is 20. And this is 5. Oop. And then this is 1. So I haven't received a 10 yet, but I hope I can. But I can exchange these. Some people bought merch with these at my booth, and I can exchange these for cash later, or I could just hold on to them. I remember I have some from last year that I just held on to because I forgot to turn them in. But I think I might exchange these out because 20 is a decent amount of money. It's currently like 6:30. We've been here since 11, so we got here around 11, and it's been very steady throughout the whole entire day. Like from 10 to 11, it was like kind of slow, and then the moment it turned like 12, people started coming in. I can show my sales chart here. It's pretty much just like steady throughout the whole day. So happy for that. It's definitely more busy than yesterday. So it's going well. Also, look at my ears. I got them from an artist. I have their business card, but I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll definitely put their name here. But it was really cool seeing the orchestra this morning. You know, like I used to play violin back in like high school, and to be honest, I never played it again. I haven't touched it in like 10 years. But, you know, it's really cool. And most people don't have an opportunity to ever play in an orchestra, like again, after high school. Like so many people do like marching band and stuff, and they never get to really, it's such a big group activity that it's like, it's hard to keep as a hobby later in life. But I really like how Magfest is a place where you, as an adult, can gather and play in an orchestra, play in a band, you know, as an adult. Music is a hobby that a lot of people have when they're younger, but then as they grew up, like they have less time for it. But, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would really just love to play with people again. And I really love seeing that. And they're playing all sorts of like cool video game music. I didn't get to see too much of it, and I didn't have a very good view because I was a little late. But super cool. I love that aspect of Magfest. Gotta feed our fish.
They're hungry.
They're hungry. Oh, there's a big fish, bro. Magfest story. Level 8. Level 6. Big fish. Why is it? I don't know if this is sound voltax. Oh! I can show off your stuff. Super cute candles. I really like this brown sugar milk tea one. They look like boba, they're so cute. And then the soju ones are really good too. Tiga candle. Ah! Cute! We're dwindling down to some of the last moments for Saturday. But there's still people in the hall, so I don't know when we're gonna close. But I think we're doing just almost about the same for Saturday as last year. Since we did do better like Thursday and Friday, everything kind of like evens out, but in total I think we're doing better, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, Magfest is truly one of those cons that I'm super grateful to have help. I don't think I could work these hours by myself, and Magfest really is one of those cons that's like every hour that you're open you'll make money, so it's like to your benefit to try and stay open as long as possible. But like, you know, you got to take care of yourself too. So it's really helpful that I'm able to like switch out and take breaks. Super grateful. I'll say I would definitely try to bring like a friend to this convention or a helper if you can, but I know that's not possible for everyone. But you'll still do really well even if you like close up your shop to take a dinner break and come back. I think that there's room for everyone to do well. Like, I'll take a break and go play some indie arcade games. The indie arcade is one of my it's my vlog. But the indie arcade is one of my favorite parts about Magfest. Like those arcade machines, they're super fun. Indie arcade is one of my favorite parts about Magfest since I just love seeing like the labor of love of independent like games and stuff. And they're just like a really fun break to take since they're just in the hall right over there, and all the halls are connected. So you can just walk to the indie arcade, you can walk to the like Japanese arcade machines, take a break. It's great. But yeah, this con is not for the weak, but it's also just super fun. Later, I'm gonna catch my friend's performance at a jam pod, so that's gonna be just super good vibes, and I'm having a good time, even though I am very tired. But I'm writing down everything that I need to restock for tomorrow, and I'll bring that tomorrow. We're gonna go play now. You gotta go one at a time. Or like, yeah. Then you gotta, yeah. Get the hot dog, get the hot dog. Oh, it's a Chicago dog. They got the Hot Wheels PC, the steering wheel, the car mouse, ka-chow, ka-chow, the pedals. Oh my god. So they have like a museum here, and they have all sorts of like retro, just like PCs and like CRTs and all that stuff. Oh, I've never. What is this? An Atari? Or I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's an Atari. Wow. This is OG Pac-Man. Oh, it's like a phone console. You plug it into the TV, it's a whole console, I think. Oh, the phone games. This is so cool, actually. These remind me of like the computers we would have at like computer lab back in like when we were younger.
Yeah, back in early 2000s.
Like the chonky big PC. Okay.
I didn't show you.
They have a whole LAN room to play whatever you want. It's so big, actually. There's so many PCs. And you can bring your own PC too. You can play here all night if you want. Sorry, if you want. It's so cool. It's a PC, bro. Oh, that's so cool. Bruh, now these are museum artifacts. I literally had these as a kid, but now we're just old and they're museum artifacts. Wow. So this is like a shrine, and then at the end of the con, they like organize everything and then they auction it off for charity. So you can leave anything here, and they just ask you to not put like food and stuff or things that can rot or anything illegal. And don't take anything from it. But lots of interesting stuff here, I will say. Oh, cinnamon roll! Yo, people are still open and it's like 1 a.m. It's crazy.
Well, you know what that means.
We gotta open back up! We have to open the store. It's 1 a.m. There's money to be made. There's money to be made. Good morning, gamers. It's the last day of Magfest, day 4. It's Sunday. I'm just so tired. Like, we got here around 10:30-ish, but I was up at Magfest since like we were here till 2 a.m. just doing whatever. You know, Magfest is one of those cons that I do still try to want to experience, even though I'm vending. Like some cons, I just in there for the artist alley, do a couple laps, and then go home because I'm so tired. But Magfest is just like, there's so much to do and see. My friends were performing. That was really nice to see. We went to the museum too. That was really cool. I've literally been to Magfest so many times. I've never been to the museum, but they had all sorts of like retro consoles, and like I saw like a Game Boy Advance, and I was like, wow, I'm old. That was my first console. But yeah, we closed. They stopped letting people in around 2, and then they closed the show floor at 3. So it's a very short day. It's 1:30, so we're literally almost done. I made a oopsie today. I put some stuff I needed to restock in this Trader Joe's bag, and I put it in like this pocket, right? I put some stickers and the instructions for the sun catchers in that pocket. When I get to my booth, I put my hand in the pocket, nothing's in there. I'm like, where could it have gone? Ask David, I'm like, is it in the car? Is it at home? He's like, I don't know, I don't think it's anywhere there. And then so David runs all the way back home, gets me more stuff, comes back. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, like blah, blah, blah. And then I reach into my pocket again, and it's right there. There's 2 pockets on each side, and I only reached my hand in one. So yeah, oopsies.
It's okay, we all make mistakes.
Ooh, that's not what you said off camera. I'm sorry. Thank you for getting it for me. But hopefully we can end today strong. Magfest? Oh my God, the parking at Magfest, it's $36 per day at most of the garages around here, which is totally ass, right? Because you're here for 4 days. That's like like over $100 worth of parking. That's a very good meal. So what we've been doing is David will drop me off at the convention. I can go to the booth, start like opening it up because every moment counts at Magfest. Since there's already people in the hall like all the time, so the longer you're at the booth, the more opportunity you have to make money. So I get to the booth, David goes, parks at the casino, parks at MGM. Parking's free there because, casinos want you to come there, park, spend the money in the casino. They don't want no barriers to entry. And then there's a bus that takes you from MGM to the Gaylord, the venue. And it's part of the Metro system, so you just tap your Metro card on. But lots of times they're not even like checking. But you didn't hear that from me. And save a bunch of money. I just take an Uber from the Gaylord to MGM to go get back to my car. And that Uber's like $10. You save yourself like $100 throughout the whole entire weekend, right? That's my pro tip. It takes a lot more time and is a lot less convenient, but if you want to take a little bit extra time to save some money, like, go for it. But yeah, Magfest has been just crazy. There's some cons that you can take a lot of time and talk with your customers and like chit chat, and those are great, but Magfest is one of those cons where you want to get your transactions done as quick as possible because a line will start to form and a crowd will start to form if you're like taking too long doing transactions. So the self-serve has been really helpful, just like getting people in and out very quickly so people don't have to wait too long to be checked out. So I do self-serve prints, keychains, and stickers, and I think that's been really helping speed up everything because there's definitely moments where a line starts to form and it's like back to back to back to back, and the more people who are crowding around your booth, like people who are walking by are less likely to stop and look at your stuff because it's being blocked by like all the people, right? So like as much as I want to like chit chat with people and stuff like that, like there's just no time. For Magfest, I really recommend having something to organize all your stuff to just like be able to access it really quickly. For example, I've showed these before, but I have these dishware. It's like a dishware organizer from Amazon, and I just have like tabs where I like label all my stuff. It does get messy when you start to like run out of stuff because it just starts falling over. So I think maybe I need a better system for that. But otherwise, it's like pretty somewhat organized. I can easily like grab stuff. I have these linked in my bio. Like everything I use for Artist Alley is linked in my bio, but these are from Amazon. And I really like them because they're lightweight, so pretty easy to travel with, to fly with. But they're still like really effective at like organizing everything. So yeah. So we are almost closed, and yay, we're almost closed. I don't know, everything sold like really well, but I feel like Magfest really likes pins. Like sometimes for some cons I don't sell like a lot of pins, but here I sell a lot of pins, especially the moon ones and the rhythm game ones, which I'm glad because it's a gaming con, so Oh, and the cat gamer ones are always really popular here. And the magnetic pit bags did really well, actually. I'm really happy. People really liked it because everyone's always like, I don't know where to put my pits. Now they have somewhere to put their pits. So that's great. Black cat carabiner. Everyone wants the black cat one. And then I'm glad the seal carabiners came in time because I definitely sold a few, which I'm really happy about. And with the seal carabiners, I made the holes a little bigger so they could fit more different keychains, but yeah. All the rhythm game cats sold really well, so we got the My one, Sound Voltex, Tycho, Pump, DDR, Dance Rush. They all sold really well, which I was really happy about. I really wanted to get these two done in time, so they came in time. But yeah, I am beat. This is a long weekend, but really happy with how things turned out. Sold out of a lot of the shirts. I realized, I'll say a lot of different people come to Magfest, but I would say it slightly skews a little bit more male. And so all the larger sizes sold out really fast, actually. So I think that's definitely something to consider for next year. Or if you have apparel to think about, maybe bring more of the larger sizes. And a lot of people are asking for 2XL as well, which I don't have because I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, I would definitely invest into more of the larger sizes for Magfest. But yeah, successful Magfest. What? Goodbye. Hello, so we're back from Magfest. This video is already very long, so I'm just gonna summarize everything pretty quickly. There's not too much more I really need to say about Magfest. It was just a really good con. I had a really good time. Definitely, if you ever get into this con, just take some time to experience the con itself because it's generally just such a good experience. But I did beat last year's number, which I'm very happy about. That was my goal. But regardless, even if I just hit last year's number, it would have been a great con, especially since I'm local. There was just no way that I would have done poorly at this convention, to be honest. Here is a bit of a table by table comparison from last year to this year. As you can see, got some new products like the shirts and just a lot more keychains and that kind of thing. I don't have these tote bags anymore, and I don't have these bucket hats, but I definitely supplemented that with the shirts and larger prints. Also, another thing is I definitely raised my prices. So I think I used to price my medium-sized prints at $12 each, 2 for $20 or something like that. And I think that's definitely below average for an 8x8 size print. Pricing's always kind of finicky because when you're first starting out, you always kind of price things lower because you think it doesn't deserve to be priced higher. But honestly, every artist says this: raise your prices, because it's worth it, and it still sells even when you raise the prices, and then you make more money. If people want to buy it, they'll buy it, But yeah, I hit my goals and I'm so happy about that. It is Magfest this year is currently my best selling con ever. So I'm really happy about that. In total, my expenses were only table and parking and 2 extra badges for my helpers. So I had a standard table and it was 6 feet by, I think it was 3 feet. It was a pretty wide table. So there's a lot of space to put more stuff. But that was $360 total with 1 badge. And then I bought 2 extra badges, which was $220. But if you are thinking of applying to Magfest, my top tips are be ready to do the application. The application this year was only open for 30 minutes. So you really have to be on top of when the application drops. If you can't make it, have a friend write down all your information and have a friend submit it for you. That's available. That's what I did one year. I was camping in the woods and I had my brother apply for me by inputting all my information during the time frame, and I tabled that year, which was great. I'm not on the jury, so I don't really know what they're truly looking for. But walking around the artist alley, you can kind of get like a idea of kind of what the jury is looking for just based off of who's got past the jury, right? So what I noticed was, of course, lots of video game art. I think video game art is definitely the main thing that they're looking for. Original art also, there was a lot of original artists as well around. I think if you have like niche gaming art, like not just Pokemon or that kind of thing, like I have rhythm game stuff, so I have like Pump It Up and lots of different rhythm game stickers, which is pretty niche. I think that definitely helped in my portfolio. But I would say if you're like a purely anime artist or it might not be really what the Magfest jury is looking for. Of course, you still should apply because, shoot your shot. But definitely, I think they're looking for more original art and, of course, video game art. So that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I had a really good time at Magfest. This video is already long enough, so I won't get into it too much. But it really does mean a lot to me to be able to go to this convention 2 years in a row in the marketplace. This convention has been a con that I've been going to for years, so it really means a lot to me. I was super happy that so many people stopped by, supported my art, that kind of thing. Even though it was so tiring. I definitely think Magfest is truly one of a con that you really need someone to help you, man. It's so tiring, but so fun. I hope I can get in next year. I won't count on it. Getting in 3 years in a row, that's a little crazy, but we'll see. Please. But my next con is going to be KatsuCon, so same venue. I will be in the vendor side though, because I never get into the artist alley side. So I just decided, screw it, I'm gonna just apply for vendors and see how it goes. So hopefully it goes well over there. I'm local, so might as well give it a shot. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, let me know. I'm sorry it's so long. I definitely kind of use this more as a personal vlog than a really educational vlog about Magfest. But it's my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do what I want. Alright. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.